Hi, Michael. I'm really sorry I can't be there in person for your retirement party. My nephew Robin is graduating this weekend from Oberlin, and so I've got a house full of extended family. Before I say anything else, let me just give a little shout out to Laura, Jeff, Raleigh, Victoria, Larry, Allison, Court, Vic, and Chris Madden if he actually made it up for the event. Mike, probably not much value added in my reiterating that you have had one heck of a successful career. So I'll just try to share a few reflections on why I enjoyed working with you. I can say straight up that one of my attractions to working with you in the first place was that you write well. Most scientific writing has little sense of the narrative and is unbearably dry at best. Mesocosms, macrophytes, and hierarchies. Now there's a title I still remember because it actually leaves a sense of intrigue and wonder. And once I actually arrived in Horn Point, what I appreciated was the way that you valued ideas based on their actual value and not on where or who they came from or whether they were derivative of your own. I felt like you treated my better ideas with as much respect as you would if they'd come from an established scientist. You were honestly supportive of creativity, even when the ideas were pretty far out in left field. And I appreciate that you were comfortable with ambiguity in your own intellectual trajectory and in that of your students, taking risks, pursuing cool and sometimes wacky ideas, following your intuition, and encouraging the rest of us to do the same. I also really enjoyed our mutual interest in armchair psychology. I recall really wonderful conversations about what motivated and animated our various colleagues. You probably don't remember this, but you once called me out for not adequately recognizing the ways in which you had set the context for some of my ideas. I actually really appreciated your doing that because on reflection, you were absolutely right. Now, I sometimes see that in my own students. If I'm doing things right as a mentor, I'm creating a context in which they can harness their creativity towards useful and productive ends. The reality is, some of them really don't appreciate that very much. In my professional life today, I'm doing stuff that's pretty far afield from the coastal systems we worked in together. I find myself working at the intersection of social psychology, technology, and systems ecology. But to the extent that intellectual genes are passed on, I would say I am still fundamentally focused on flows of energy, cycles of materials, and feedback control mechanisms operating at multiple scales in complex systems. Pretty murky stuff, and I think you know how I'm spelling murky there. You helped to cultivate in me a sense that there really are underlying principles that operate across systems and across scales, whether working with plankton or people. I'm still struggling to find that appropriate balance between control, realism, and generality that you articulated so well. I recall your saying to me once that you did not actually feel qualified to do any job except the one you had. That may well be true, but you were uniquely qualified to do that job. Best of luck to you in this retirement thing. I really do look forward to getting together with you one of these days and actually catching up. Thanks, Mike. Take care.